Hey everybody, gamers. Welcome to another video. We're going to continue watching the react that DSP did on this little documentary because why not? What's annoying, by the way, is YouTube did not remember my place, but luckily I had the foresight to check my previous video to see where I left off. So he's explaining how he thinks the YouTube should happen. So let's just get into it. Let's just fucking go.
Whatever it may be, that channel got shut down, and then on the basis of that, other channels can be banned for ban evasion. Does that make sense?
Okay.
You can't have a channel just banned for ban evasion when you didn't ban evade. You don't have another channel. So the weird thing to me that I'm trying to understand, the Clips channel got banned for ban evasion, and Andy Worski's channel got banned for ban evasion within minutes of each other. Which was the channel that ban evaded? They can't both ban evade. Does that make sense?
I guess, but I mean, I guess it depends on the chronology of it, and then, but it also could also be that YouTube is just assuming that both channels were run by Andy Worski. Like, I think that's what's going on technically, but again, as I said in the previous video, it could very much just be a general like term or a general way that they describe it. Like, this weirdness is probably why they think the quarterman has a contact, because this is just a little too weird and coincidental. And I guess you could argue that it's coincidental, but at the same time, like, I mean, you also have to ask, like, does it matter? Like, what's gonna happen? Like, okay, the quarterman may have an inside man. Is that what's gonna happen then? Like, what's gonna be the next step? Like, there's things you're gonna run into thinking about, you know?
Even if they're arguing they were both, owned by the same person, you can't. That doesn't make any logical sense. And I have a theory, but
Okay,
let's
what's the
continue.
theory? Oh,
Because I will tell you my theory in a bit.
all right,
About receiving a gift from his wife, mentioning that his birthday weekend was kicking off right. The gift was a box of sorts that included decorated playing cards,
Man,
a
I
die,
wonder what
and
this
even
theory
casino
is.
chips. This was thought to be a direct reference
I
to the
bet
Kino Casino
Eddie
and their banning.
lied.
Just 1 hour later,
Bleh.
the Quarterman's weekend took a dark turn. Quote,
dark
in the
turn.
last 5 hours, people have shown up at my house. Caller ID blocked numbers have called both mine and my wife's phones. My channel has received multiple reports. I assume this is because I made fun of Israel deranged people? This stuff is insane. Unquote. As evidence that he was not the source of the banning, Jeremy posted his flagging history for the Jeremy Hambley channel and his quartering live channel.
YouTube.com/report this.
Report
Where is
this.
that? I want
Where
to do
is
this
that?
right now on my channel and see what
Huh?
it looks like. Because I've never
Okay.
reported anyone,
Oh,
and
man.
I want to see if that's available.
I love it when he says this, because there are like videos of him explaining how reports work, but the way he explains it, it's like, well, yeah, but they're not gonna act on it, you know, whatever.
Report this.
But you don't even get the full
What
URL.
is that? Report this to us? No, report this to what?
He couldn't
Where do
even.
you find that menu?
Oh my god.
YouTube.com/report
Oh my god.
this.
Dude. Someone in chat said report history, and then I looked at it, I'm like, yeah. There's no, it's 1T. There's 1T. He thinks it's saying report this, but it's saying report history.
Report this to what? Where is that? That's on a phone. I mean, I could try it on my phone. Where do you find?
Oh my god, the logic is that. Oh my god, dude! Imagine if DSP was a detective. What difference would it like? He doesn't know the URL. He only sees report this too. So why is he like, okay, this is on the phone. I can do this on the phone. Like, what? What's the logic there? You'll run into the same problem. You don't know the full URL. And again, June, even June, actually said report history. Oh my god, dude, people are yelling in his chat. It's report history. And he's like, report this? It's like he's trying to like learn how to report channels.
Find that.
Oh my god, this dude.
Where do you even see that? Like, no screen on my phone looks like that. Maybe he's not. That's not.
Oh my god. Dude, I can't wrap my mind around this nonsense. This is so stupid.
Not the app. Is that the browser?
Oh my god, dude, I'm telling you. A grandma, a grandpa, a senior citizen, Biden, Trump, a corpse would be able to navigate this way better than DSP.
I'm trying to get to the bottom of this, guys. So, youtube.com.
Oh my god. People are like yelling at him. It's report history.
/ report this to report this. Maybe it's the report history.
Oh my god.
Quest for booty.
Oh, I thought that was Curb Your Enthusiasm. I don't have that here anymore. Sad day.
Shut up, bitch!
That was the highlight of the entire react. That's the best part of the react.
Okay. I see.
Show us your history, Phil. Show us the report history. Now that you know where to find it.
So this shows your entire history of the existence of your channel, of any report that's been associated with it. Okay.
Okay. Show us the report history,
All right.
Phil. You guys want to see it?
That's interesting. Oh. So I didn't know that existed.
Oh.
So what he's trying to do is create a defense saying, look, there's no evidence. Okay?
Okay. Wow, that's what he's doing.
Well, number one, I have a few things I could say about this.
Whoa!
I don't know if this is true.
The dude who didn't know it existed is gonna tell us about it. Oh, what? Well, tell us, sire.
Okay, hold on.
Hold on, guys. Sit down. Sit the fuck down.
Okay. He claims he did this live and he showed his account.
Right.
So this could be some of his accounts, but not all of them, which is, I think, is what they said, right? But there's also an ability.
Whoa.
There's also an ability.
Whoa.
To withdraw reports.
Really?
But if you withdraw the report, would that withdraw the consequence of the report? Like, let's say, for example, someone flags someone for harassment and cyberbullying, and you.
Well, clearly, if that's the case. Sorry. If he withdrew the report, wouldn't there have been, like, I don't know, proof that the consequence got removed? Correct?
And YouTube reviews it and says, yeah, that video actually did violate our terms of service. Hit him with a community strike. Well, now you can just withdraw your request. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the case. Maybe you submit, oh, they got hit with the consequence. I'll just withdraw the request and now show, oh, look, my queue's empty. Right?
Okay.
This is very interesting.
Interesting.
Hold on.
He should
okay.
report DSP throwback and then rescind the report and see what happens. That's what he should do. Because, like, it's no one else's channel. Darcy can't use it anymore.
Let's look.
Oh, okay.
I guess I'd have to mess with it
Oh.
because I can't do anything right now. Okay. I'm just curious.
Was he gonna report a channel that were like imagine imagine you have a detractor channel of Phil and then DSP reports the account, you get like striked and DSP then like, and he only did it not because, oh, I'm gonna report you, he did it to run an experiment. He involuntarily forces you to be a test subject. He reports your channel. He then rescinds the report, but the consequence does not get removed. Is DSP gonna like fight for your channel, or is he just gonna be like, well, I tried, I removed it, dude. What a segment.
I'll have to look into it later. Sadly I can't do it live. I'd have to mess with the tools and see how they work because I've literally never used it before. I would have to mess with it to see.
Right.
And do some testing myself. I'm sorry I didn't watch this documentary ahead of time, so I didn't come with you guys or come to you guys with the stuff. I wish I had known that this was in it, but I don't spoil myself when I do live reacting. You know what I'm saying? So I'd have to
dude,
experiment
this shirt
with it later.
is
I can't do it right
so
now. It's not
bad.
going to work. So okay. Well, I don't know. Can you withdraw a report? I don't know. I'd have to test it because I know for a fact. I can tell you this. You can withdraw a copyright strike. I've done that before. In the past, there were a strike that I issued against someone.
Yeah, you did for the
retrospect,
lulz.
I look back at it. I said, okay, that really was fair use, and I made an error.
Oh my god, this story is insane. Like, because he sent a strike to Super Crazy, everyone's favorite YouTuber. He then like said, well, this guy felt the punishment or whatever the fuck. Basically it was Aziz getting off to having to of striking someone, and then removes the strike. He's like, yeah, I think he learned his lesson. Like, you know, that's what happened. But of course, like, oh, that was actual fair use. Oh, okay, man, cool.
Removed the request, and I believe it removed the copyright strike from the person. So I know it works with copyright. I don't know if it works with the reporting system. I'm not well versed in that. Okay,
different.
But I guess so. What people are saying is here that he basically was showing some of his channels, right, but not all of them. I think that's what people are getting at here. That he didn't reveal all of his channels, and he has so many channels because this is true. He's got.
Okay, we're just gonna fast forward this. Like, we know he has other channels,
but they're still there. He still has access.
Like, we know that. Yeah, he has other channels. Wow, what a statement. Okay, dude, this react is so bad. I can't believe he did this. Like, there's so much information you could just skip because he told you this information 1,000 times already.
Phew. Okay.
Histories were empty, even going as far to say that the Kino Casino were wrongfully banned and that they should 100% be restored. Worski, however, was attempting to contact the owner of Rumble, claiming that Jeremy got the Kino Casino banned.
Hambly really fucked up today. Like, he's done, like, the worst possible thing that he could have possibly done.
While there was no definitive evidence that Jeremy was responsible for the ban reason was irregular because it was for posting previously removed content that violates terms of service.
Why are we reading this?
And posting from creators who have channel restrictions or have been terminated.
Why?
Neither should have applied to the Kino Casino clip channel. While Worski's main channel was banned alongside the clip channel, allegedly neither had a strike, and the clip channel itself is allegedly owned by their editor, not Worski.
Right.
Posting content from creators with a current channel restriction or creators who have been terminated under our terms. Now, we're not banned from YouTube, and it's not our channel. He's not actually attacked our livelihood. We didn't make any money from that channel. We never took a penny from that channel. All of the money from that channel went to our editor Flaked because he has a family.
While the platforming has become somewhat standard in the online space,
wait, hold up. How was PPP? I'm confused. How was he able to pay someone with a family? Meanwhile, when Respect the Pact, one of the people there was expecting to have a kid, he's like, oh, I can't pay. This guy was having a family. I can't do anything, dude. This is weird. I didn't know you could do that. That's weird, man. Bleh.
Contemporaries, as frequent targets of deplatforming, view this action as a sin. Tales of such are remembered even a decade later.
Parallels with Matt Jarbo are really crazy, aren't they? Matt Jarbo got famous for being flagged down by Zoe Quinn. That's how he blew up. That's how he reached the heights that he reached on YouTube. And it all came crashing down when it was revealed that the same thing that he made himself a victim out of,
He was doing
to others.
Oh, man.
And here we have Jeremy Hambley doing the exact same thing.
Can I just add this? On entertainment worldwide on X.
Wait a minute.
We are the
Whoa, 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 whoa. I just had an epiphany.
Oh my god.
You ready?
Okay.
Jeremy showed off his report screen. You don't report someone to get them ban evade banned.
What? No. What? Okay, this guy didn't even know that screen existed, and now he's like, that's not how you do it, man. But how okay, what's he gonna say?
Is there a report to get someone ban evade banned?
Oh my god, dude. This dude is stupid. Yeah, if you report someone, that's probably an option to report a channel for. Does he think it's like a special little option that is in a different button? Oh my god.
Hold on.
Okay, look how much effort he's putting in to trying to discredit Kino Casino, saying, oh, they're getting this report for ban evasion or whatever. Even though there's all this evidence saying that it was taken down for ban evasion, all this, if this was just if Andy and PPP were just saying it into the void, yeah, our channel got supported, taken down for ban evasion, but they didn't show anything and nobody saw anything, and maybe the screen said oh, this channel was taken down for fun or whatever, whatever. Sure, you can say, well, I don't know if it's that, guys. But I mean, there's all this evidence saying it was reported for ban evasion. Now he's like, well, let's try to debunk this. Why is he trying to debunk this? He'd be better off just saying, well, guys, you don't know if it was Quarterman. It could be anybody.
1 second.
It could be hard-nosed Pollock. It could be
There is no
Bandit Mitz.
Hold on.
It could be your Mottler Manwea, Alan Gray, Clamp Cutie Cuddy, whatever. Could be him. We don't know.
There is no report for ban evasion reporting.
Okay, but maybe
I just confirmed it.
But maybe. Okay, well, let's see what he goes.
There is no report
this.
on YouTube for ban evasion. So remember, they were banned for ban evasion. That's what they were banned for. They weren't banned for a community infraction, meaning harassment, cyberbullying, or any of that.
Correct.
At all.
Right.
They were banned. It was ban evasion. That would not show in a reporting queue at all.
At all.
Period. It would not show. It's done differently.
Bum, bum, bum.
100%. I promise you. It doesn't show through, you cannot report a video for ban evasion anywhere. I'm not going to do this, but I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about.
You should.
Okay, report.
Okay.
I'm not going to report June the King's video. Okay? I just want to show you what's in the queue. Okay, this is what's in the queue. Sexual content, violent, repulsive content, hateful, harassment, cyberbullying, harmful or dangerous acts, suicide, self-harm, misinformation, child abuse, promotes terrorism, spam or misleading, or legal issue. The only thing you could think of would be legal issue. When you click on legal issue, it gives you actual legal issues, but it doesn't say ban evasion.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So there is no defense. Like what I guess Jeremy was like, oh, look, I'm innocent. That wouldn't prove his innocence because it's not done through that queue and it wouldn't show in your reporting history. If someone was banned for ban evasion, it would not happen.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Right.
The question
Okay.
is, how do you report someone for ban evasion?
Oh my god, dude! I don't know. Maybe he had a contact. I love that we're just like he's kind of not believing this contact thing, which I understand. Like I understand on the outside on like if you don't know anything about quarterman or whatever the fuck, and I just like yeah, this guy had an inside man, and he like you're gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like it sounds super nefarious. It's super crazy. But here's the thing. DSP is been watching this video and all this other stuff. Like, I mean, come on, dog. Come on,
I don't
man.
know. Like, let's say you thought someone was running a second channel and their first channel was banned. How would you report that to YouTube? I don't know. What is that process? Has anyone ever been involved in it before? I haven't. So I don't know. But it's not that. I knew something was fishy about that reporting queue. I was like, that's for when you direct. But I showed you what it is. It's that drop down right here. All your reports will show
what if
from
you
right
call
there.
them
That's it.
and whatever?
And there's no
okay.
ban evasion there.
Okay.
So there you go.
Can
But I
we,
don't know how you actually respond
continue?
to or report someone for ban evasion.
The most posted about thing on Twitter right now, above MAGA influencers split over Israel and U.S. foreign policy. That's right. This story is above what the political news is right now. Jer?
The news of
I hate to say it, but that's not true.
What?
What Andy doesn't realize
Oh my
is that
god.
X uses an algorithm very similar to YouTube. And what that means is, well, the content that you engage with is fed to you. Okay? So, for example, yes, if you watch
Yeah, that's
content
in the
regarding
for.
the
That's
story,
like the for you.
you will
tab
then be
he's
fed
talking
more
about,
content
but
regarding
okay,
this story,
like,
and it will show as
I
trending
mean, that's
above
what
everything
happened
else.
when like DSP shit was like in the in the for you tab. You're like, oh my god, guys, DSP is trending. But then it's like, no, it's the for you tab. I mean, that's just how it is.
However, if no one had ever heard of Jeremy the Quartering, if no one had ever heard of Kino Casino and you never engaged with their content, it wouldn't feed you that as the top news feed. I confirmed this myself. Okay? It's the
Okay.
same thing that happens with YouTube. That basically,
Okay, we don't need to hear this a
even
lot.
when it's not,
Like, come on.
the top trend on X.
I
'Cause I
almost
saw
thought you
it-
was gonna talk about. God, that's not true, guys. In reality, people talk more about politics because the world is all political now.
It's my top trend, and then I started looking. No, other things were way.
Okay.
was. It was big though.
Okay.
to speak against Jeremy. While the Kino Casino covered many of the messages of support and other commentary, the amount of support was too great to where they were forced to present only the most prominent creators, like Brittany Venti, one of the creators that
Okay, well, Vietnamese Comrade is saying you do it through the About tab. About tab,
Whoa.
report flag, report user, other, or none of these explicitly mention ban evasion. Provide links to the older terminated account. So you do it through a completely different menu that's not the reporting menu. You do it from the About tab of a YouTube channel, in which case
Whoa.
you would have no evidence you ever did it.
But what if it goes to the same place in the report
I don't know if
history?
that's true or not.
directs sexual
What?
comments about
Why didn't we check it now, Phil? He went out of his way to go through the report thing, but he will not go through the about section to see if that's true. But okay, whatever.
during his most infamous drunken stream, and a newly resurfaced different drunken stream.
Let me tell you
He
this about
didn't show as
Venti.
much as the host do either.
I would give it everything it had to have babies with that girl.
Venti, after the clips resurfaced,
Here we
of
go
Jeremy
again.
being a creep, a pervert, talking about how he would give up everything that he has in this world, including his wife, his mansion, his YouTube channels, just for a chance to impregnate Brittany Venti, okay? And also clips of him directly being drunk and creepy with her on live stream. She said that she was going to go scorched earth, that she was going to do a stream on Jeremy Hambly exposing him. Well, Jer
Whoa.
didn't want this to happen because he's desperate to control the narrative, and that's how we end up where we end up now. So he starts DMing her saying he's acting a little female coded lately. No,
You
no
don't say.
doubt, buddy.
Bitch alert.
No doubt, buddy.
To add to Jeremy's comments, it was now being alleged that he attempted
me
to
say
cheat with a
something.
porn star.
Why
What does
the
it
fuck
mean?
Does she have this? Well, Ralph and her have now come out to say that Jeremy tried to cheat on his wife with Scarlett Hampton. By the way, Scarlett is based in the Milwaukee area, not very far from Jer's home,
While
in
he's
his
married?
home state.
Well, I mean, do I really have to comment on
Yeah,
this?
comment on it, Phil.
Do I have to?
Yeah, comment on it.
Jeremy in his
Oh
stream
my God, he
committed
comment
being
on
trimmed
dumb
to
shit. He
desert
can't
while
comment on
noticeably
this?
becoming more
Wow.
intoxicated and more belligerent.
You can't
at
say, wow, quarterman, how dare you? How dare you cheat on your significant other when you marry someone? You're supposed to dedicate your life forever. It's a lifetime contract.
at everything that was coming out. The Kino Casino made sure to cover it.
Hey, maiden,
May
can
I be of assistance?
yeah, can I put a baby in your belly?
Oh, buddy.
This is nothing yet, by the way,
Creeper
folks.
alert.
Watch
Is she holding out for a hero? Gonna force a cream pie in her.
First
Here
of
we
all,
Oh, there it is. He's owning the cream pie meme, folks.
Her Jew bull cock husband. Left to hear from
Okay,
me.
the cream pie meme sounds like another like subcategory of fetish. You have like forced cream pie, and then the cream pie meme. It's another subcategory. You're gonna go to Pornhub one day, you're gonna see that cream pie meme show up.
Oh,
No panic. Her Jew bull cock husband. Left to hear from me. No panic diarrheas. Sorry, you'll have to spend your Thursday night somewhere else.
the Walmart janitor asked if he's having panic diarrhea.
Oh no.
Jeremy was being brigaded by detractors so fiercely that even
Okay, I like that dude like doing this. It's like oh my God, this is like, I mean, at least when I do, I'm laughing at the stupidity. But this dude is like, he kind of looks like that he's like embarrassed for quartering, like he's as hurt as the quarterman would be watching this. Like, why? You don't have to be so touched by this, Phil.
several newly promoted chat moderators could not keep up with the constant stream of detractors. This
No, I know. See, Narwhal Gaming says he's just bringing up the detractor memes. I know he is.
Okay.
Why?
Why? I don't know, Phil. Why do you talk about goals sometimes in a mocking way, or being a king, or the May 1st burst, or whatever the fuck? Like, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, like, sure, it's stupid for quartering to sit there and talk about cream pies and shit like that, but at the same time, it's like, you know, it is a fetish that people can get off to. It's a category on porn sites, whatever. Like, it's just people are mocking quartering more about it because he's just doing it as a basic bitch deflection of what's going on. Like, he's like, well, if I do this, people are not gonna talk about what's going on, dude. Like, that's why it's a big deal. Like, if this is any other stream, if that shit didn't happen, I don't think anyone would kind of care. But I don't know, whatever.
You know what I'm saying? Like, with everything, in light of everything that's going on, and in light of everything, why would he be doing this on a stream?
just on YouTube, as Jeremy was multi-streaming on Kick as well, where his chat ran rampant, until he was notified of it and set it to subscriber chat only. After he did so, not a single chat message could be seen, implying his Kick chat was entirely made up of detractors. Opposition against
Blech.
Jeremy was innumerable, and support for Jeremy came down to a handful of creators like Melanie Mack, who released a video this day. She refutes the accusation that Jeremy has ever made her uncomfortable, and the accusations that she is constrained to the podcast due to her finances. She also believes that the hate towards Jeremy is manufactured as a topic of the week, and also believes this is Satan's doing, as Jeremy has recently come to Christ.
I'm truly convinced that it's because that at the root of it, it's because he came to Christ.
Yeah,
Melanie's video was not well received to the point that she turned the comments off.
I mean, again, we've already talked about this situation.
Yeah,
it's so
the
bizarre.
okay, guys, when Satan comes to Earth, we're gonna know why. It's because the quarterman went to Christ. Satan's gonna come out of hell and be like, fuck humanity. Fucking, this guy went to Christ, that's it. Because Satan is very, like, aware of what's going on.
Bizarre with what they went through and what they did on camera at this convention, and here they are all these months later, and they're just still defending this guy. You know,
again, as I said, like, you're just watching a clip, and sure, you can think whatever, but at the same time, you don't, like, no one will know the actual fact of the matter of what was said or whatever. Maybe she just moved her, like, just did that or whatever the fuck. I mean, it could be that. I kind of looked at it again, it kind of does look like she's mouthing that, but at the same time, it's like, as I said, like, you're watching stuff on a video. Like, you weren't there, you're not, like, in front of Melanie Mack as she's doing it. Like, you know, there's a level of speculation, and it's like, like, whatever. But I wouldn't necessarily say this is 100% fact, and you cannot refute this, because you don't know. You weren't there. I do think it's it was an awkward situation. But I also think that she probably either just didn't care, or she was like whatever with it. I mean, and this is how many times, like, removed are we from that con, right? Like, for all we know, they could have, like, that could have been worked out behind the scenes.
I'm so confused.
And maybe
I
he
just
is
don't
having
get
it for Melanie Mack. We don't know.
I just don't.
He took a similar strategy on his Twitter.
Quarterman and Craig and Adam are all sucking Melanie Mack for all we
know.
His
YouTube channel remained uncensored, now brimming with references to the Kino Casino and Bulls. And then the following day, on April 12th, there were two major developments.
Whoa.
First, a different channel known as Illicit Clips that hosted a video of Noel discussing the Courting's recent scandal was hit with a community guideline strike under harassment and cyberbullying.
I heard, so then after the casino got hit, then all of a sudden now, within a day or two, all their channels are now getting hit with, like, strikes, but they're not ban evading strikes. They're harassment and cyberbullying strikes, okay?
As for the second development, a discovery was made. Just 2 days prior, during Jeremy's stream, he pasted a link to Gmail.
By the way,
as a way
what's DSP's theory? We still haven't heard his theory as to what's going on.
To access it. Briefly, below the address bar were various different links to emails that Jeremy
shit.
had received. Two of these email headers read, YouTube support and thanks for your report to YouTube. As this was under the NTQ headquarters Gmail, an email tied to various accounts, including his Unsleep Media account, formerly known as MTG headquarters, this was taken as strong evidence that Jeremy was the source of the reports.
Now, here's the thing.
Here's
the report, that would be evidence, perhaps, that he reported these other channels for harassment and cyberbullying.
Right.
I don't think that's evidence of the reporting for ban evasion.
How do you know that?
Would possibly be evidence.
If it's through an email, it may, like, okay, whatever.
The other report.
Okay.
It helped that he had failed to show the report history for Unsleep Media. Jeremy, not even an hour later, refuted this, claiming that at least one of the emails were related to his Unsleep Media account being demonetized. Jeremy's statement was not so easily believed as the email lacked the header, meaning it could not be cross-referenced to the links seen in the clip. It also mentions nothing about a report being received, as the subject of the email was an appeal. Two far different, distinct types of emails from YouTube support. When asked why he hasn't shown the report history...
They're weird! Maybe it's a glitch! It's a YouTube glitch! Why is he confused? It's clearly he's showing the wrong fucking thing! What's he confused about? Oh my god, I need this yellow paint in documentaries. This is too abstract for him.
History for Unsleeved Media, Jeremy responded only by calling the person asking the question desperate. And when asked about why the subject of the email was not tied to the previously seen address bar suggestions, Jeremy outright ignored the question. As another piece of evidence against Jeremy, this creator claims to have reported their own channel with a separate channel they own. What they found is the subject of the email they received is word for word what appeared in Jeremy's address bar suggestion. Additionally, a stream from a smaller creator covering the situation was taken down. Jeremy's email scandal, along with many other developments, would be covered in the Kino Casino's 11-hour April 13th stream. It opens with the newer theory that the courting was able to get the Kino Casino banned not through email, but through a phone call.
Quartering made a phone call. Yeah. He has a contact at YouTube that's high up behind the scenes. God only knows how the fuck he got this contact, but it's a complete cloak and dagger conspiracy with this fellow. Yeah. It's so insidious the way that this was done. It was done 30 minutes before the close of business hours in California. The reason it was done like that is so that nobody could contact their YouTube rep until Monday. So we weren't even able to contact our own YouTube representative until noon today Eastern time to begin the process of reversing this. In his DMs with Josh Moon, he says he doesn't even have to flag. He says, I'm not going to flag. All I have to do is make one phone call. That's what he says.
The Kino Casino claims to now have influential creators, such as H3H3, reaching out to YouTube on their behalf. And not only did the Kino Casino claim other large creators backed up their phone call theory, creator Yellow Flash publicly stated it was the case.
Just for your own peace of mind, I pinged one of our guys last night about the quartering drama. His estimation based on the back end is that the casino was taken down from a personal request, you see, exactly like Hambly said it would go down in the DMs with Josh, because all the user reports were deemed nonsense by the automated system all week, except a privacy claim that also failed to hold up to manual review. He's on the security side, but did say this is almost certainly an off-platform point of contact. Call, text, email.
Jeremy refuted this theory. His dismissal of it was hardly satisfactory.
This crazy theory, you mean what you told us yourself, Jeremy?
Like, I don't know, there's something so goofy. Watching this and seeing him doing this. Like, it really is like a monkey. A monkey learning how to get a banana.
What we showed earlier
How
in
did
this
that
presentation.
banana get in denim?
They're not wrong. He said that. Thank you to an anonymous sub-gifter. Guys, we are nearing the end. This is going to be the finale of the React right now. We're
I'm learning
done.
right
I think
now.
We're 15 minutes away. So, yeah.
It's like what you do when you're in school and teacher's like, are you listening?
If you have enjoyed this project and you like me reacting to this stuff, last chance to support
2 plus
this
2
React,
equals
okay?
4.
You told Josh Moon that all you had to do was make one phone call to take our channel down. This crazy theory from some unknown source. You mean you? The unknown source is literally your own DMs and your own words.
Kino Casino then shifted to covering a long history of Jeremy's hypocrisy involving harassment and how demanding he was for others to show proof of harassment when now he himself was failing to do such a thing. The Kino Casino also covered more of Jeremy's recently uncovered exploits.
When I was in my teens, I had one threesome. It was just 2 guys, and it was.
He's participating in sexual acts with other men.
Wait, 2 guys? So 3 men?
Oh, no!
It was 2 guys and a girl. It was 2 guys and a girl.
Hey, there was a girl there.
Wait, why is he acting like he was watching a threesome with 2 guys and a girl? Like the way he's saying
what's actually happening here, Jeremy?
It's like third person.
The Kino Casino's banning had triggered a fierce Streisand effect.
Exactly. So now they have an infinite amount of stuff to go through. His entire history. He's been around pretty much as long as I have. And he's got this infinite amount of history to go through. All this dirty laundry. And like I've said, oversharing is always going to come back to bite you. And so they're going to nitpick every single thing he's ever said and microanalyze it and say everything is complete fact. Even he'll say, oh, it was an exaggeration. It was a fabrication. I was just telling a story. I was just giving jock content on a podcast
Jock
like 15 years ago. Well, that
I mean,
sounds familiar. somehow.
at this point, Quarterman is like, stop. He should just tell people, stop kink shaming me. Wow, wow, Quarterman, you like sitting in the cuck chair? Like, so what if I do? Don't kink shame me. That's what he should do. That's what he should just say forever. Just stop kink shaming. Because at some point, like what are you gonna respond to that? Like,
somehow. I heard that somewhere before. But anyway, he'll say stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Hilarious.
But the problem is, it's right there, and it can be replayed on the internet at any moment, and people are going to take it at face value because you said it.
Tales of Jeremy only reached the dedicated viewers of their clip channel or live stream. The clip channel's videos rarely surpassed 100,000 viewers. Now, even just this VOD on Kick was more than double that. What's more, the Kino Casino stream had a segment where they shouted out various creators who had tweeted or made videos in support of them. This amounted to 78 creators with hundreds to millions of subscribers. Within were some former and even current friends of Jeremy. Even enemies of the casino were reaching out in support. Never has Jeremy faced such large-scale opposition. And the worst part of it all was that he could not rely on his typical tactics of dismissing the criticism or manipulating the narrative to support him.
And this is the problem. Like, again, what I said earlier, the whole drama community on the internet don't do this because they all realize that they all feed off of each other, and the continued existence of all of them is necessary in order to
rely on his typical tactics of dismissing the criticism or manipulating the narrative to support him.
And this is the problem. Like, again, what I said earlier, the whole
this is a problem, by the way.
Drama community on the internet don't do this because they all realize that they all feed.
They don't do what? What don't they do?
Off of each other, and the continued existence of all of them is necessary in
this continued existence thing. Like, this is cope, because I mean, people just make videos and shit on people, whatever. I mean, even if they don't mean what they're saying, if they're disingenuous, whatever, like, it's not like in the regard of the other person necessarily sometimes or whatever. But okay.
In order to thrive and have more content. Now he's committed the forbidden sin. He's actually taken away a platform from someone. They can't make content on that platform anymore. And even their enemies who don't like them are going to say, well, that's still wrong because, you know, we all know how the game works and we need them at least to be.
I love it. So, like, the game. Oh, like, that's why they're standing up for Kino Casino, because they're like, oh, no, this is how the game works. Not that, like, they just don't believe that people should lose their channel on something this flimsy. Like, it wasn't like Kino Casino did something that has never been done on the site before, and that was so heinous or whatever that people are like, yeah, actually, they deserve to be banned. Instead, it's like they got banned because of of them just talking about the quarterman's like nonsense, basically, which, you know, is just public information at this point because everybody else was talking about it. Like, that's why this is a bullshit situation. And he's like, oh well, see, they're standing up because of the game. He thinks that like all these drama videos is like a fucking mafia shit. Like, well, that all these people, like, there's a Tony Soprano out there. Oh man, I haven't seen The Sopranos in a long ass time, and I don't even know a mock quote to make it about YouTubers. The closest I can get is like, this is YouTuber discrimination. I don't know, whatever. You know what I mean?
To be able to make content to clap back at us, so we can clap back at them. You know, so now he's become the actual group focal point enemy of the entirety of the internet that likes drama.
There was truth to what Jeremy spoke, and he had no hand in the casino's banning. The hate towards him was too great and melded with rhetoric from the enemies he's collected from the past 10 years. This is to say that even outside the Kino Casino, Jeremy had made so many enemies that, ostensibly, the collective attack on Jeremy was partly the result of years of pent-up frustration. Years of hiding behind the status of his allies and politics. Years of manipulating narratives to benefit him or dismiss criticism. The day was finally here where Jeremy could no longer hide. He was now entirely unequipped to face these consequences, and entirely exposed to the derogation of the Kino Casino that even previously he was unable to rival. Just typing weekend in Jeremy's live chat will result in a ban. His parents...
To make this abundantly clear, I just want to make this clear.
Okay, make it clear,
I have
Phil.
nothing against the quartering or Jeremy or whatever you want to call him. Like, he's never done anything negative or toxic to me. To my
Again, this is like kind of stupid. And like I can understand, like, yeah, you know, oh, I'm not gonna like get personally invested. Like, DSP doesn't have to get personally invested with this. He could just say, yeah, what Quarterman did is dumb. Like that's all he could say. He doesn't have to sit there and be like, you know, whatever. Like, he doesn't have to act personally involved. You know, like, it's one thing to be personally involved. And usually you want to be personally involved when someone wrongs you, but you can look at a situation and say, this is kind of stupid. But whatever. Okay.
To my knowledge, I'm sure he's made jokes about me like everyone else has on the internet, but he's never done anything harmful to me. Okay? The observations I have made in this React project.
But the thing is, it's like he would take some stuff that Quarterman has said personally if it was someone else. Like, it is very random who he gives the like LTG has said basically, oh yeah, DSP is a loser. Like, that's basically what he says in and you should do workout if you want to play me in Street Fighter or whatever the fuck. Like, just nonsense. Generally nonsense that's like, who cares? But he's like, fuck LTG! He's a fucking asshole and he ruined my life! Whatever. Like, he took it so personally that LTG will not give him the time of day. Meanwhile, like, everyone else is like, that can also do worse things to him in comparison, gets off with like a slap on the hand at best. Like, that's like the most he'll do to them. Or say that they're still cool or whatever. But LTG, Craig, whatever, these people, they're like, they just get chat on regardless, even though they've done like literally nothing. Craig has committed the sin of wanting to monetize the interview, even though DSP sold the interview on the idea that he's gonna clear the air. I've ranted about this so many times. Like, between June the King and Craig, he doesn't want these two people to get any notoriety over DSP's like career or whatever, which is why he didn't want to tell them the truth about WWE champions, because he wanted to be the one to monetize it. He like, which is bullshit, because if you cared about like admitting that about that or whatever, why does it matter if you benefit from it directly, right? Like, that's kind of where it all like kind of is bullshit.
Are factual, based directly on what I'm being presented. If any of this documentary was complete misinformation, I reacted to the misinformation. Okay, it has to be made clear here. I'm only reacting to what I've seen. Okay, I don't hate the guy. I don't dislike the guy. I don't wish him ill will or any kind of pain or suffering. All right, I don't.
Okay.
Unlike a lot of these other people, I think that's the narrative now is, you know, he had so many enemies over the years. Now was the time for everyone to rally against this guy for everything that he had said and done. It's the opposite for me. The only real interaction that I had with this guy was an interview where he treated me well. It was a softball interview.
Again, this is preferential treatment, basically. Like, honestly, like, he's kind of like dismissing everyone else and their issues with the Quarterman. Like, come on. There are multiple reasons to dislike the Quarterman. Be it like, oh, maybe you don't like his political takes, maybe his culture war videos contribute to more bullshit that people have to go through sometimes. He contribute to nonsense, whatever. There's a lot of reasons to dislike him, both like, you know, what he said and what he did. But whatever, okay.
He didn't treat me like dirt like the rest of the internet was doing. But I have to react fairly, matter-of-factly, and rationally to what I've seen. All I'm telling you is my honest reactions to what I'm seeing. I'm not sweeping for him because I don't have to, nor do I want to sweep for anyone. I say it like it is and how I observe it, and this is but what I've been telling you during these 4 streams, okay?
Yeah, but
Grown so
but
great.
his reacts have just been him like whitewashing, if that's the right term to use for this, but like explaining away some of the things that's been going on in this whole documentary. Like, you don't have to sit there and say, "Oh, let's crucify Quarterman. Fuck him. He's an idiot." But you don't have to sit there and be like, "Well, maybe that's not what he meant, guys." Guys, like, it's very bizarre. Like, Quarterman is bitching about YouTube revenue. Like, the entire grifting thing. He's like, "Is that grifting? I don't know, man." And it's like, dude, he would like, I mean, come on, dog.
That his regular viewers were not only being exposed to Jeremy's antics through constant brigading of detractors, but also being caught in the crossfire.
I've been a fan of Jeremy since 2017. Why was my other account just banned for asking why there are so many comments getting deleted? This is wild. I'm 63.
Yeah, right. It's the Weekend Discusser. I'm sure that's a real account, not a sock account.
This is wild.
What?
I'm 60.
Yeah, this is how it's like, dude. Literally, the first sentence was, "My other account was banned for asking." Yeah, clearly it's a Sog account, dumbass. Like, he had to open it. Like, he's not saying this, "I am not a Sog account." He's literally saying that his other account that's not a fake account got banned, so he had to make another account. Hello?
63 years old, and never have I seen this before. Well, he's banning his boomer audience.
No, that's a troll account, 100%.
Weekend Discusser, the 63-year-old, was just banned. Just straight up.
Here you go. DSP got a shout out. This channel is modded heavier than a DSP stream. Yeah, because actually I don't really moderate that heavily anymore. Only if people are really ruining the stream for everyone's experience.
Whoa,
I
man.
don't moderate that heavily anymore. I mean, we've had what, 2 mods here all night, and they're not even here the whole time.
Okay, wow.
The walls were closing in, allies were scarce, viewers were menacing, and this was not even the pinnacle of what Jeremy had to face.
I think he's totally fucked up,
it's
if you want me to be honest. I think he's totally fucked up, and I think it was a massive mistake to try to deplatform Kino Casino. Yeah, I mean, he kind of is. I mean, I would say it's something like that. And he's felt he's a cuck, he's finished. Maybe, I don't know.
Asmongold, a top Twitch streamer and creator Jeremy favors, but scantily covered, was not only opposed to him, but also his channel was full of Kino Casino references. Even Melanie Mack was someone who talked favorably of Asmongold just as recent as a week ago, but this screenshot serves more than to just prove that. It is also relevant because she removed nearly her entire catalog of videos on her commentary channel. The videos on screen are all that remain. But as things were heating up, PPP on Twitter, and on the most recent Kino Casino stream, announced that he had a non-refundable family vacation booked. The show would have to return 8 days later on the 22nd. Other creators and the Kino Casino's viewers would have to do for the meantime. On Jeremy's kick, a lone viewer subscribed to spam the chat full of Kino Casino emotes. The most frequently used is an image exemplifying Jeremy's balding, and on Kiwi Farms it was discovered that Jeremy has the Kino Casino followed on his kick account. And on the 15th, yet another video was taken down covering Jeremy. Even still, this hardly did anything to slow down the many new videos being made on him. Videos that were outperforming Jeremy's own videos in the YouTube search. Another reason Jeremy's videos are being outperformed by those covering him is that the comment sections are now made up of detractors. These people click on a video for the singular purpose of commenting. Because they only watch a second or two before pausing and leaving, it kills Jeremy's average view duration and makes YouTube promote his videos less and less. That was not the case with Jeremy's YouTube Shorts. These videos have been far outperforming his standard videos. Upon viewing any of these, the reason is rather clear. Jeremy takes a viral video, adds 3 seconds of introductory commentary, and that is his entire contribution. This is a compilation a Twitter user made of such a thing.
Check this out. You gotta check this out.
Well, here we
You should, and this looks like required. Let me know what you think in the comments.
Oh my god, people did this to DSP's daily rap. And you can tell it kind of got some because he kind of changed it a little bit, but it happened so much. It was kind of funny.
What do you think?
Check this out. Again, check this out.
Jeremy was not pleased with the criticism directed at...
I've told you my opinion about the shorts thing. His views on shorts are maybe bringing him some profits, but not a lot. Seems like he put insane amount of effort into the shorts, and they were all exactly the same, and it wasn't even his content. Like, he's just talking before the short and then hitting play, and, oh, here's my content. I mean, the YouTube cycle of reacting to someone's content, replaying, resharing someone's content, clipping someone's content has just gotten so bad at this point. I don't think anyone even understands what the term fair use means anymore. Just saying, oh, here's something I found that's interesting. Check this out and leave a comment. That's not fair use. You stole it. You have to actually edit it to the point where you're not re-representing the content as a replacement for it. And also, you're adding something significant to it. Okay, you're not just stealing someone's content and getting the view because of the said content's original form, and also you're adding something to transform it. Just saying, oh, here's something I found here. Check this out. No. Oh, here's something I found. It's all of the Avengers movies back to back. Check this out.
But that's not what...
You can't just do that.
But that's not what he's doing. He's showing a short of something.
All right, well,
like,
that is the show for
whatever,
today.
Okay.
I've got to do a bunch of low-effort short slop that everyone's really mad about. I've got to do that, even though everyone does it, and, you know, instead of complaining about it, you could just do it yourself.
He's right. Everyone does it, but the problem is, now everyone hates you. So now
oh my
you
god,
can't
dude,
do
like,
it.
This is dumb, because both of these people are acting as if just because they're being called out for making low effort slop, that, like, oh my god, why am I, like, blinking out on this? But, like, just because everyone does it doesn't mean it's good content. Like, that's not why people are calling it out. Not because, oh, we hate you, quarterman. Like, if another YouTuber did that same level of slop, people would still call it slop. Hello? Come on.
I know what that's like, because there's a million things I can't do either that I'd like to do, that I should be able to do, and I'm not allowed to, because everyone hates me and they come after me for it if I do it. It's not fair, but that's what happens when...
But here's the thing, though. The quartering did the shorts anyway. DSP will not do exclusive content videos just because someone may re-upload it. Shouldn't you just do it for your fans that want to support you? Like, if so, like, come on.
The ire of the internet is on you.
His main
But
channel
again,
content.
he also says he's against this exclusive content, whatever. He said he's against it. And then he's like, well, I can't do it, guys, my trolls. I thought you didn't want to do that, huh?
Was far underperforming. His shorts were being criticized for lacking critical commentary needed to satisfy fair use. Yet he still had Rumble. He is both looking forward to a massive year on the platform, who claims to always have his back. On one of the tweets, creator Nicholas Diorio commented, quote, "Didn't you just stream to 82 people there the other day?" Unquote. Jeremy did not respond. Separately, Jeremy advertised how easy it is to get a Rumble deal. Yet, Jeremy's chuffed attitude quickly failed to reveal his penetrating rage. It was here that he sarcastically and furiously claimed that everything that has been flagged ever was him. He also doubled down on not taking a break on account of the harassment of his staff. This led into yet another, presumably drunken tirade. Another sign of Jeremy being undone, as he had claimed to have quit alcohol.
See, guys, he's saying it, but he's drunk, so maybe he didn't do it.
Turkey just a few days prior. Perhaps this was the reason Jeremy was lashing out even more heavily. On April 17th, Chris Pavlovsky stated that no creator has a 5-year deal with Rumble or even close to it. Jeremy's 5-year $1 million contract with Rumble was a sham. As if this day could not get any worse for Jeremy, the H3 podcast dedicated
Wait, you're
yet
telling me a
episode
guy who lies and brags about lying lied? Huh? Whoa.
to him, covering his old and recent scandals, even recontextualizing the basement peeing event.
He's angry that his wife went for pizza without him. And I'll give credit to Diorio for this, and it makes a lot of sense. He was like, I wonder if that's code for fooling around with other people.
H3H3 even commended PPP for his dedication, deeming him to be one of, if not the most dedicated, passionate, and entertaining troll. Jeremy had set everyone against him, but he appeared unrelenting when on the 18th, yet another video was taken down. This time it was a video by Luther Morgan, the author that wrote a book on lolcows that Jeremy unwittingly promoted. Luther in his removed video reinforces the notion that Jeremy does not roast his coffee. in a separate event,
Whoa.
and even though Jeremy had made it a point that his wife is not at all in the public space, he posted this image of his wife. This image is sourced from Jeremy's lengthy YouTube community post. In said post, he denies the cuck allegations, states they've been doxxed, and have people showing up to his house, etc. While Jeremy's claims could be true, he has failed to show evidence of these happenings. Furthermore, he's using the exact same strategy to deflect criticism from him that he used in 2020 when H3H3 made their content court on him. Though the Kino Casino and the return of the mac and cheese allegations are far more offensive, Jeremy has invited speculation on his marriage, not just from various clips of him talking about his wife, such as in the basement peeing clip. He has also made countless sexual comments towards various women, live with little remorse. It is an undeniable fact that Jeremy is a persistent sexual harasser who frequently expresses interest in other women. And it is also possible that Jeremy, in continuing to post images of his
look at the
wife,
camera more.
is
There we
inviting
go.
even more
Keep doing it.
The
Come on,
internet sees him.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that basically
what kind of guy is he?
He thinks I'm not going to censor myself, change myself, or do anything in response to this. I'm going to do whatever I want in spite of it. And him posting that picture, in my opinion, is his way of saying, I don't even care about all this stuff going on. I can still do whatever I want, and there's nothing any of you can do about it. I will keep posting pictures or whatever. That's my take anyway. I could be wrong, but I think that's what that is. Like, he's like, look, all that stuff, I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway, right? Pikachu level 33, thanks for $5. Wants a birthday shout out to their friend Chris. Happy birthday to Chris, and thank you, Pikachu, for the $5 super chat.
Thank you, Pikachu.
We are at the tail end. We are about to finish, everybody.
Oh my god, I can't let that play. I'm sorry, guys. I just realized I let a shout-out play.
Even the comments on this post are asking for receipts or any evidence, such as a Ring doorbell recording. This tweet also expresses some of these grievances. Quote, stop looking at it, sharing, and commenting about the photo of my wife that I, the quartering, posted publicly on an account with 2 million subscribers. She's a private person who is terrified over harassment of what I post online. I just want you to leave my wife alone. Unquote. With each post, tweet, and livestream, Jeremy, even with the absence of the casino, was unable to escape the near-endless mockery, and the casino was set to return in just 4 days. As the days passed, Jeremy's anxiety grew. On the 21st, the day before the casino was meant to return, Jeremy on Twitter announced that for the first time in 3 years, his livestream with Melanie Mack and Hannah Claire would be going on break and would be returning May 4th.
I just want to say shout out to Gangbang Style, who just gifted 10 subs on Kick, so you're going to see a bunch of pop-ups. Thank you so much, Gangbang Style, for 10 gifted subs.
Wow.
That support is noted and greatly appreciated.
Noted.
In fact, that's the biggest piece of support tonight.
Oh my god,
React project, so thank you so much, Gangbang Style. Appreciate that.
Sorry. This was a decision that was spurred on by burnout. As a result, PPP extended his own vacation by 2 days, calling Jeremy's reasoning bullshit, cowardly, and lazy. PPP adding that the delay would be better for it. This was a prophetic tweet. As if this stream was not delayed, these tweets likely wouldn't have been included or perhaps even posted. Tweets of Jeremy, yet again, announcing mutually assured destruction, claiming the receipts are on his side, and calling creators Yale Flash, starting Craig, Brenny Venti, and Geeks and Gamers losers. As Jeremy continued to tweet, he reminds everyone that he cut his teeth in the most ruthless time that ever existed on YouTube. Jeremy was using his ace in the hole. He was leaking his private messages with Stuttering Craig, threatening to leak their grander chat history. Right after Jeremy streamed for 2 hours, visibly drinking while remarkably struggling with simple tasks such as moving 3 sacks with a
god,
camp,
don't do it,
or
Phil.
raising a banner, tasks that took him about 30 minutes
You
and
kept looking
10
at the
minutes
camera, but at
respectively.
least that
Stuttering Craig on his side-scroller's channel preemptively leaked the private messages between him and Jeremy. The question was, what was so damning within these messages that was Jeremy's ace in the hole? The answer was nothing. Their chat history shows a mild-mannered Craig.
I every time this dumb fucking the Chun-Li one I'm fine with now. It's like, okay. The Honda one, it's so bad. It just sounds so there's something disturbing about it. Like I don't know. It just feels very like I get very uneasy hearing it. It's just like hoi like I don't know. It's so weird, man. I don't get it.
periodically reaching out to Jeremy, sometimes to invite him on his show, to ask if Jeremy would have him on his show, inquiries about rumored projects, and other forms of business-related talk, none of it explosive. With the bombshell revealed to be nothing more than a dud, Jeremy was now stating that the last 5 hours was simply done to kick the hornet's nest. A rather strange motivation, considering how he has been alleging that unwanted attention has brought on terrible harassment to those close to him.
See, I mean, at this point, he's just endlessly crashing out. Like, why
endless
would he even
crashing
say,
out.
I'm going to reveal the DMs
I'm gonna reveal the
if
DMs.
there's nothing in them?
To distract people.
That's really confusing. Like,
it's to distract
I could see
people.
if there was something in them and be like,
well,
I'm going to reveal
it's
it. But
good
then
enough.
what was
It's
to
like
stop
this.
Craig from just saying, well, here's the DMs? I don't know. Again, it just seems like he's endlessly lashing out at everyone who said something negative about him, even though he really doesn't have any ammo to go to war with here. Guitar player, thank you for $5. Thank you for the super chat, guitar player.
Oh, come on.
Asking Jeremy to quit drinking, while also emphasizing how his threats towards the casino were indefensible. And now Mutahar, a creator with 3.8 million subscribers, made a video on Jeremy, exposing him to a wider audience and covering things like his YouTube shorts. Ridicule of which had in a very short time span, evolved to where several creators were tagging their intros, leading up to Jeremy's intro of his own short.
In today's totally transformative content, there's a whole lot of people that are wondering what the heck these oranges are for.
Yeah, decompose your back, Phil. This is a good time to do it.
So there's a reacception happening around.
Remember when he bragged about the standing desk? I can stand if I don't want to sit down,
Guys,
and then he never installed
I
it.
just saw this video about these oranges, and I'm still trying to figure out what they're for.
The quartering's been busted for stealing shorts. This guy literally steals other people's videos, adds an intro to it, and then uploads it.
The filter Craig uses looks so disturbing.
What are the oranges
Oh my God.
for? Well, I bet it tasted good. Let me know what you think.
What are
the
oranges
orange
for?
meme?
Presumably, their acidity is meant to tenderize the meat. The point is, Jeremy will not answer this question because it is an inane comment that hardly does anything to transform the video. But it provided Jeremy's detractor base with yet another quotable line. This is why orange emojis, or the mention of oranges, can be seen spread across Jeremy's content. H3H3 was one of the creators jumping on this recent shorts trend.
How drunk do you have to be to do this? Check this out.
Here's a milk. And we got, oh boy, we got a thick girl right there, boys. Rawr. Oh, here's another one. If I did see a girl in a chainmail bikini,
You know what? Okay, I'm gonna say this. No one has said this. I'm the first one. He kind of looks like in that video when Christian tried to like be normal. I do bring up that video like probably too much, but it's such a funny video. I want to watch. Okay, let's look at. It's. Oh my God, where's the video? Okay.
Yes, this is our graffiti wall in the middle of the city of Quickville in the metropolis. Alright, we're coming to you live from Quickville today. We're over at the Quickville
Just give him a beard.
Pavilion. The Hedgehog Boys and Master Christian Mayor, they perform here every Friday night, and it draws a crowd. It's very good, you know. This gets me some business from most of the population that comes around.
I want to find the part where it says that you have been trolled.
So, how do you feel about President Obama and his economic policies?
I like it. He's done a smash-up job with it. He's getting everybody their money and getting everybody the bang for their buck.
Bang for their buck. Return.
Hey, Santos, man. Don't you be waggling that cartoon finger around at people.
Oh my god, I did not expect that. Oh man,
Hey, Santos, man. Don't you be waggling that cartoon finger around at people.
I don't know why that made me laugh this hard. Oh my god. Okay.
We would have got her on camera. This is in Bristol, Wisconsin. Ooh, her cup overflows. She's a little bit old, but she overflows. MILF, yeah. She's keeping it tight.
How long will DSP keep this? I'm expecting him to skip
the clip
it.
H3 sourced was once sourced from a recently uncovered live stream of Jeremy at a Renaissance fair, and that clip was only the tip of the iceberg. User Reardon Steele uploaded several choice clips on the QB farms.
I know, I want to put some babies in some bellies here, huh? Like, hey, baby.
Oh yeah, this is weird. I can't imagine saying this out loud to people.
Right? This is an uncovered video.
Imagine you're walking down and you just see this guy walking by with the camera, like, oh, I want to put a baby in that. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Like, what would you think? What would you think if you were just walking and you just saw a guy do that? Like, I don't know.
So again, like as I explained to you guys way back at the very beginning of this react, the old days of YouTube were very different. You were catering to an audience that was insanely immature.
This talking point's so dumb. Does he think that were there no adults using the internet in like 2008 or 2010? The internet we're all kids. Everyone was a child on the internet. What? And like, it's just this guy just thinks this is like the behavior because people sometimes acted like a creeper sometimes, and not a lot of people were pushing back against it at the time or whatever the fuck. But like this whole, well, back then you would do this to attract kids. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Much younger than you know, teenagers.
Like, this sounds so weird. Like, dude, you see people who make like shows for a Cartoon Network, like were the creators of Avatar when people were asking, hey, Brian and Mike, when they like that's the name of the creators. Why did you want to make Avatar: The Last Airbender? Well, we just wanted to make a show that was going to attract kids, man. Like, that would be so weird. It's like no one talks like this about making content, and he talks about making content for that a lot, and it's so weird. It's so weird.
Why this kind of really irresponsible, really immature, really bad content. That's what they wanted. Okay? So the more over the top you were with your commentary, the more, you know, offensive that you were with the things that you said and did, you would get more views. You would literally get more attention on yourself. Way back in the day, used to do this.
And the other thing is, people were shitting on the Quarterman, probably, I think, for this, even at the time, probably. Like, there were 0 people saying, oh, this is kind of creepy. Maybe they didn't say it out loud, or they commented about it, but they could have just simply thought it and then moved on with their life. And I hate this. I did this too, man. Wow, so cool.
This kind of stuff.
It's like
over
he's
the years,
like,
I said, I'm not doing this anymore.
He's doing this as if he's trying to rehabilitate Quarterman and then try to give him like the motivation to grow up. Okay.
I refuse. So I think what's happened with him is he got out of the pattern of doing it, but then every once in a while when he drinks and then he makes content, that side of him comes out again. Okay.
This thing with alcohol, it's so annoying because he then said earlier on, well, you know what they say, when you get drunk, the mask comes off, and you're your true self or whatever. Now it's, oh, he's drunk, and now the other side comes out. Like, he's so desperate into giving like a Quarterman like an out for this when it's just like shitty behavior that people are just fighting because they probably weren't looking for it at the time when this happened or whatever. And now it's like, oh, actually, yeah, look at this. This is kind of creepy. Like, that's just what happens sometimes. Sometimes people will look at something and say, yeah, this is kind of weird. Or whatever. Say, this is kind of fucked up. Or whatever. But he's like, but this whole thing with alcohol is also dumb too. Like, alcohol just makes you like, you don't have any inhibitions because you're drunk. Like, that's all it is. It doesn't necessarily mean you're the true side. This other personality comes out. This isn't a TV show. You just have less inhibitions and you're more prone to just act on bad impulses. Like that's like part of it, and it's kind of like, you know, why some people say, well, oh, when you're out drinking, be careful and try not to drink too much or whatever, because you may do something you're gonna regret or whatever. Like, it's just you will just not act like at all. That's all it does. It's not like, oh, I drank beer. Oh, guys, my evil side came out again, doob. When I get drunk, the evil side of me comes out. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, it does. It comes out and rears its ugly head. People are like, haha, right? So they're back again. It's back again.
Because again, he's saying this as if to take away a degree of agency of the quarterman, as if like you can't fully blame the quarterman, guys. He was drunk. Well, he chose to get drunk, guys. He chose to get drunk and do this. And then, like, he still did not act in a way that's like, yeah, I should not be doing this. I should not be doing this kind of, because again, people have called him a creep so many times before. Like, come on.
And this that side of Jeremy where he just says these really inappropriate things about women keeps coming back. But now what's going to happen is, again, people are going to go back in time and find the things that he did and call them out. My things have been endlessly called out forever. This guy never really had his dirty laundry sifted through. Now the whole internet goes through his dirty laundry and finds all of these moments, you know?
But people were doing that before. It's so annoying because he has done this a lot. Like, even recently. Oh, nobody made fun of Rich before. Nobody made fun of LTT before. As if, like, these guys were never lolcows before. They were all lolcows around the same time DSP was a lolcow. Like, this is why you should watch Christian documentaries. You should just watch them. Why not? You should just watch it, and I can't wait to see what oh God, can you imagine? DSP would watch this and think, well, guys, maybe Christian is an act. Like, I think DSP would probably be the only person that would fall for this. He'd watch this and like, wow, Christian is actually a cool guy. Whoa.
That's the problem. He always was the guy who was kind of protected from this level of harassment. I mean, yes, people made fun of him, but was he considered a full-blown lolcow? Probably not. Now he is.
Probably the people who didn't like him.
Now he's definitely considered one.
I mean, people were talking about the shit story and the peeing in the basement years ago, and people were calling him a lolcow then for doing that. Whatever. No. Okay.
You want me to put a
recency bias?
Can you point me to the brothel?
I would never know where such a thing is, my lord, I'm afraid.
Well,
I'm a very happily married man.
Gotcha. Oh, the DSP defense. I'm a happily married man.
On the night of the 24th,
that's what DSP would say.
I'm a married man and I'm happy. Highly anticipated return show.
Had he just let us continue doing what we were doing, he probably would have been fine. But instead, he pissed off the entire fucking internet.
Everyone.
And what I mean by the entire internet, I really mean the entire internet.
Among the updates to the casino moving to Rumble and the belief that the clip channel, while still being appealed, is gone forever, the casino showed many clips from Jeremy's Renaissance Fair stream. This one in particular stands out.
This is one of the saddest clips I've ever seen.
Disgusting.
It's such a telling clip where he says he doesn't, not only he doesn't love his wife, he doesn't even care about his wife.
It's weird, but I don't really connect with people in real life. Like even my wife, I don't really care.
Even his wife.
Whoa!
Even his wife.
Whoa!
He doesn't.
That would never be me. I love my wife. I love my wife. Every day I think a cat. I think of how she tries to go up the stairs every night. I think about that all the time, man.
Even care.
It's fucked up. It's probably not normal.
It's not normal.
But I crave companionship of...
What?
What is happening?
You crave companionship?
Dude, he's
Listen to what he says.
But I crave companionship of anonymous people online. I feel like so often I just leave it all behind and go get like a 2-bedroom apartment. Really
he wants to leave it all behind.
It's not sad. Don't be sad. It's not
Don't
sad.
be sad.
It is really sad. It's one of the saddest clips I've ever seen.
The casino would go on to show many more...
I will not... excuse me. I will not often agree with them. I won't.
Of course you won't.
You know I'm not like that.
I love, through all of this video... Like, because he's been like, oh, it's fucked up that they deplatformed us and all this stuff. And he's like, I don't know if the quarterman did it. I mean, is it true? And, like, just kind of, like, having an air of doubt about it. But this is the part where he will say, I agree and I don't want to. I thought you're impartial, bitch. This guy is, I'm impartial. I'm not biased. I'm not a biased guy. And then it's like, oh, well, guys, you know I'm a little biased against them, right? Like, okay, dude. Very cool.
I don't like that stuff, but I have to agree with them on that point. That is probably one of the saddest things a creator with a following, supposedly living a happy life, has ever said on the internet.
Maybe he's being real. They don't connect with
their wife or anyone else in real life. They just seek attention.
Oh my god. Did he do that?
With a following, supposedly living a happy life, has ever said on the internet. They don't connect with their wife or anyone else in real life. They just seek
whatever. I thought he got like attached to that rhyme of happy life, happy wife. Wow.
So, what was the point of it
but
all?
But what if? I love that he does what ifs for this entire thing, but he doesn't do the what if, like, well, what if he's just not a happy guy and he just puts on our front? Because again, the entire documentary just shows how much of a grifter Quarterman is, and how much is like a lie that he portrays to the audience. You know, whatever. That's why, like, some people flock to these drunk videos where he talks about companionship and all this stuff, because it's like, yeah, this is like a little window of himself showing up, because he's not, because he can't, because there's no inhibitions. If he was sober, he would not have said that, because he would be like, oh, well, actually, I don't need to say this. Again, this is like why, you know, you see some people talk about people who have a YouTube channel say that you don't know if they're being genuine if they talk about something. And, you know, if you don't believe someone, like, that's your decision. Like, you can believe who you want to believe, you can think whatever. But you just have to sometimes just be like, okay, well, if you don't believe me, that's fine, and move on. That's what makes, like, Quarterman like a lolcow, and why he like takes all this stuff personally, because he can't let people like see through the grift. He wants to continually like maintain his audience in that kind of way, dude. Whatever.
Right?
Okay, right?
So if anything, that might be the most telling thing of the entire documentary that I've just reacted to, and everything that's ever been said about the quartering. Because the entire time that he's been grinding away, that he's been grifting, that he's been doing it, has he been doing it truly because he needs the money?
I have to say, I like that DSP is the only person who kind of uses the term grifting almost like in a positive way. Like, it kind of is impressive. Because usually, if you say someone's grifting, like, oh, this guy's a grifter, you just think negative. Like, oh, this guy is a scammer. Like, it's almost synonymous. It's basically synonymous. But DSP talk about grifting as if it's like a profession. Like, well, he's a grifter, and like, that's just what they do, man. It's their job. Like, it's a profession. Like, it's their respectable job. But, like, when people talk about grifting in regards to Quarterman, DSP or whatever. It's like, it's supposed to be negative because these aren't things that are good. Like, you're not supposed to be like, oh, he's just a grifter, guys. I mean, come on.
Because he wants to be affluent, because he wants to do well for his family, because he wants to have all this stuff in real life? Or is he doing it because he only ever gets any level of enjoyment in his entire life when he is interacting with anonymous people on the internet?
Wait, what?
Or is he doing it because he only ever gets any level of enjoyment in his entire... Because the entire time that he's been grinding away, that he's been grifting, that he's been doing it, has he been doing it truly because he needs the money? Because he wants to be affluent, because he wants to do well for his family, because he wants to have all this stuff in real life? Or is he doing it because he only ever gets any level of enjoyment in his entire life when he is interacting with anonymous people on the internet?
This is, oh my god, dude. He's trying to be like a fucking armchair psychiatrist or a therapist or whatever. When it's just, he is doing it to get attention and he can make money doing it. Like, if you can, like, get thousands of dollars for saying, like, Brie Larson is a terrible actress, that she's dumb, and you do constant videos of that, and you get these people that are like, oh, I'm gonna tune into the Quarterman and see what he has to say about this topic. Like, you're just gonna continue doing it because it's easy money at that point. Like, he clearly, like, just is doing it for the clout and all this, because that's probably why he's, like, trying to deplatform Kino Casino and why he, like, crashes out when people, like, see through the facade and the grift, because he's in it for the clout. He's not in it for any genuine reason, like, at all. And he clearly doesn't care about the people who he interacts with or whatever.
Internet. And that's why he kills himself. That's why he works so much. That's why he's always got a new grift, a new job, a new...
He's working so hard, guys. Again, he keeps painting the Quarterman as a hard worker. Like, the whole video, it's like, yeah, he didn't make a lot of money on ad revenue. He then sold card packs. He then made all these, like, crowdfunding things to run a website. And all this stuff that doesn't really last very long, and then he just makes another thing, like, just constant things being thrown around, and doesn't have any longevity or whatever. And he's like, well, he's just a hard worker. Oh, okay.
New endeavor, a new thing that he's doing, because when he's not doing stuff on the internet, he's miserable and he hates his actual existence. Holy shit.
Yeah, I think DSP should stop being a streamer and become a
Jeremy
therapist.
has made expressing his
He'd
interest
be a
in other
great
women.
therapist,
Among
guys.
the videos showcased was Luther Morgan's second video covering Jeremy, provoked by the takedown of his first video. The second one goes into even more depth, not only on the mysteriousness behind Jeremy's undeclared roasters, but also the various infractions involving the coffee's packaging.
I wasted 40 of my own dollars to get coffee brand coffee.
Luther Morgan, in his video, explained how Jeremy, with his coffee brand coffee, is breaking Amazon's rules, not following FDA labeling guides, and breaking FDA code by not labeling the manufacturer or distributor, the flavor additives, the expiration date, nor the added caffeine content on any of the bags Luther purchased. As another blow to Jeremy's business, it was found that the trademark for coffee brand coffee was abandoned. And with that, the last of Jeremy's hope to escape his endless grind narrows. Just as was with the Publica, Exclusively Games, Game Finder, RCNightmare.com, and many more failed or failing projects, Jeremy in the past 2 decades has left a trail of failure, as failure is an unceasing force that leads him. Such is the fate of a man with no talent, no principles, and no ambition. The only driving force Jeremy has is to earn money, and the reason he earns it is to quell his anxiety. But the more he suppresses it in this manner, the stronger it becomes, and the stronger it becomes, the more reliant he is on it. And finally, the house of cards have come crashing down, and Jeremy has a significant toll to pay. Years of escaping his issues with the growth of his channel and the money earned through his grift are no longer areas he can escape into.
Some of these photos
his new
of
strategy
Quarterman
of
so,
uploading
like,
an absurd amount of YouTube Shorts
bad.
is an expected, desperate strategy taking low effort, meaningless content to its maximum. as the only variable
Meaningless
Jeremy can
content.
control to grow his channel is content
Yeah,
frequency.
it's not like Phil's content.
This is his
Phil's
channel's swan
meaningful
song.
content.
At the end of it, he faces not only a growing list of eager enemies and a tattered reputation, but also a deep lack of personal connection and everything else he has been avoiding. It is ironic that a man that has built a career in sowing division, in spreading misinformation, and in eroding trust has unified so many, even if only as opposition against him.
Except
Wow.
for Phil. Wow. Wow, man. Now I watch 50 Cent Blood on the Sand game. That should get a remaster. Where's that remaster? Remaster that.
Well.
But everyone's scared. Can we mute the mic when we do this?
That I can really have here. Okay.
I'm sorry. Darcy had all these dumb fucking DMs with this guy, and not once did Darcy like say, Phil, I think you should mute the mic when you move the mic around. Come on.
One of the thoughts that I will say is this. You know, I have been considered a lolcow on the internet for a very long time. I would argue that people started categorizing me as a lolcow on the internet probably around 2012, 2013, when This Is How You Don't Play videos started to hit and get millions of views.
Okay.
And then the spotlight was put on me. Oh, his gameplay sucks and his quality sucks and he shouldn't have ever had any kind of success on the internet, stuff like that, right?
He thinks he's out of it.
For a lot of these people, this is their first time. This is their first rodeo, right? Like, it always confused me.
God,
what took so long for people.
This is so stupid. Oh my god, this is the shit he said all week. Or whatever. Oh, everyone does this. Guys, like, why did no one think this? Like, dude, like, Chris Chan was the original. The original lolcow. Chris Chan paved the way for lolcows that came after them.
For people to take a look at someone like, say, Review Tech USA, and then finally say, damn.
Oh my god, people were dogging on Review Tech even before I started doing videos. To say that nobody made fun of Rich until now is like, that is genuinely insane. Like, that's so ignorant. Like, that's what ignorance looks like. Because, like, how can you say that? He was a lolcow for years. Years. Maybe, like, it got more, like, around the time I was doing videos, and since then, maybe he became more of a lolcow, but he was a lolcow before then. Like, come on.
Damn, this guy really is an embarrassing guy. Like, look what he does. Look how he acts on the internet. This guy used to clown on me all the time, right? And then all of a sudden, when the camera got turned back to him and the ire of the internet got turned to him, everyone realized this guy's fucking way worse than Phil ever was. Okay?
No, and yet people still watch Review Tech. Like, yeah, as if Review Tech now has like 10 viewer streams, he still brings in more viewers than Phil does. Like, and he still has people that support. Like the thing is, at the end of the day, there is no like true cancellation for streamers. Like, maybe for the quarterman. But the quarterman, I do think he could just continue making streams and, you know, whatever. Even after all of this. Like, it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, there will always be people that will just tune in anyway. Like, that's just how it is.
And I think that what's happened is now, basically...
I want to see, is there a new quarterman video? Like, is he making a new is he still uploading videos? Let's see. 1 hour ago, 7.3K. Guys, how is Quarterman still making content? How is he still around? Shouldn't he be getting 100 views videos? Quarterman, you're a lolcow now. Why do you still have views? Now, if you're gonna argue about like, oh, well, these views are not good for a channel his size or whatever, you know, whatever. But these are still bigger views than like this is 1 hour ago, 7.3K. Let's see what 284 views. Like the newest lolcow quarterman still pulls in better views, and that's within an hour. This had all like 14-hour head start, and it still did not break 1,000 views combined. And like, by the way, I'm just gonna say this game he's playing 007. I played it. It's a fun game. I like the game, but man, the intro is so long. Like, it takes so long to get to the actual game. So I don't think he's gonna I think he's gonna get to the nightclub probably by the end of the stream. Like, it'll be the last thing on the stream. Like, that'll be the last thing you see. Will be Bond be like, I'm gonna drink beer with my friends, and then that's it. I watch one Christian video, and then look at my feed, look at my timeline. This is bullshit.
The people who are kind of the long-term people who've been beaten down by the internet, people have finally realized it's stupid to keep beating the same dead horse. And it's, even though every once in a while, yeah, people do go back to it to harass the same people. Now, this ire of the internet is now turning towards different people. The quartering was someone who, because...
Okay, does he think that people, like, does he think there's, like, a hard limit on lolcows? Like, anyone could be a lolcow. Anyone can, dude. Come on. Come on, dog.
He had success with what he was doing. He was making money. He was found a way to grift so that he would always rally support. Whenever someone would say something negative about him, he would find a way to say, well, just give me money and we'll fight that, right? He even, hell, he got kicked out of Wizards of the Coast. Give me money. And it worked. And it worked again and again and again and again and again and again. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy that it worked that many times. And
it
so
worked
often,
the same amount of times it worked for Phil.
That it worked. Okay.
Oh my god, dude!
But
you do the same shit.
And now, what's happened is the internet is looking for fresh blood. The internet is looking for new people to sink their teeth into, per se. And now,
but there's nothing else to
people
talk
are
about.
looking closer at people who've been around as long as me, and are saying, "Wait a minute, we were busy looking over here at this guy who sucks at games, right? And that was funny for a while, you know, his incident and everything.
Are you
but holy
kidding me?
shit, look at what we missed over here.
Oh
that
my
was
god,
way better."
This dude thinks he was such a big lolcow. Everyone was hyper focused on Phil. So then we'll never hear about how he, like, this is like annoying. And then like the next day he'll say, well guys, the trolls still like focus on me, man. Whatever.
Better. Right? You know what I'm saying?
So he
like,
can get
I'm
a
not saying
sponsorship.
that, for example, Kino Casino didn't make a ton of money making fun of me in the last year. They absolutely did. But imagine if they got on to him earlier and were doing this earlier. This, you know what I mean? Like, this would have been so much bigger. I'm already been the old news of the internet when it comes to wildcat.
So it would have been bigger if Kino Casino was shitting on the quarterman before quarterman deplatformed them. No, I think it would be the same thing as anything else. Like, it just would have been like, you know, people already didn't like the quarterman. Like, oh, the Kino Casino made good points. He said he's a doo-doo head, whatever. And then that's all it would be. The only reason why more people were looking into the quarterman is because he reported channels and got them taken down. Gee, I wonder why YouTubers who have YouTube channels care so much about the existence of said YouTube channels and how they were taken down. Like, again, it's one thing if their channels were taken down for actual, like, heinous, hateful content and whatever, but that wasn't the case. And they were taken down in such underhanded methods that's not normal. Like, of course people were gonna talk about it and then rally against the quarterman because this is like genuinely it's like a very like bad thing to happen on the internet. Like, this is what a lot of people accuse some other streamers or content creators for doing, and this is the first guy that you have more believable evidence of him doing these things, and it's like, holy shit, this guy's doing the thing we've been accusing other people of doing, and look at this, there's receipts here, dude. And, like, of course we're gonna talk about it more, because it's, like, a big deal.
Lol cow shit for so long, but this is the new gold mine, the new endless well that you can keep drawing water from. You know what I mean?
What?
Guys like him who have all this stuff on the internet that they've said publicly over the years, and no one took them to task, and no one called them out, and no one ever like really talked about it.
People have taken all these people to task before. Like, he's ignoring this. He keeps talking about this ecosystem of drama content. Oh, people will do this and that, and then he's talking as if that never happens. Like, come on. There are still there are still people who are like, why doesn't Asmongold and Hassan debate? They should debate. They should debate. Where's the debate? They should debate with this guy. Where's this other debate? It's like, people will always do that regardless. Like, there's a whole ecosystem of people, like, shitting on other content creators. Guys, you know that they said this on stream, and this is fucked up and bullshit. Whatever. Like, this has been a thing that's been going on, and it's like, it's kind of to the point where it's slowly seeping into, like, smaller interactions with people online that's, like, kind of annoying. But it's like, that's just what happens. It's the internet, like, you know, whatever. But there's always constant, like, bickering amongst other YouTubers or whatever, and it's like, but he acts as if this is a brand new thing that has never been done before. This never happened.
Because everyone just assumed this guy is a big.
It only happened to Phil.
Freaking, the big freaking success. And if someone looks like a success, then it's hard to dispute it. It's hard to fight it. It's hard to criticize them.
As he's saying this, I just wonder what would he say about Christian? Because I don't think Christian had a successful career. Like, call me crazy. I don't think Christian had a career. All Christian did was say dumb shit, respond to trolls, and then, like, a lot of shit happened. Like honestly, Christian is kind of like a more fucked up situation. Like, that's like a genuine, like, story of trolls fucking with someone, and the person became a lolcow, and trolls, like, did shit to this person. Like DSP talking about how trolls fucked him up. He should really look at the Christian story and then try to tell us how much trolls ruined his life. Like, I would love to see that. I would love to see DSP try to make Christian's, like, a lolcow story about himself. It'd be very interesting.
Especially, like he says, he's a millionaire or whatever, okay? So, good for him on that. In fact, here's what I will say.
He would listen to the story about how Blue Spike got, what's called Christian Sonic Chew. How Christian got, how Blue Spike got Christian to shove the Sonic Chew down up their ass. He's like, dude, he did that. That's fucked up, dude. That's like where the trolls got me to do this, and it's like, yeah, I don't think it's the same, man. I don't think trolls getting you to wear a vest is the same as shoving a medallion up your ass.
All right, because we're kind of in conclusion now. We just watched that entire thing, okay? And a big chunk of it was about his grift, okay? Now listen, again, as someone who used to be a grifter, who used to do this kind of stuff all the time, and I've gotten much better in my ways, and I've tried my best in the last few years to completely fess up to everything I used to do and change for the better and improve, okay? I find it hard to have issues.
It's insane because he doesn't understand why people were calling him a grifter. Like, I guarantee you, if you bring up the Project 7 thing, he will not accept that was a grift. When it was. He asked for money. He hyped it up. Like, you could go back, and I'm sure he has hyped up, guys, I have these ideas about Project 7 and how it could come back. It'd be great, man. It's interesting. Hits the goal. I don't know what to do, guys. I may have to, like, take some streams off and figure it out. Whatever. And then he canceled it. Like, and he didn't give a suitable replacement. Like, he only discounted the following month when I would argue he should have just done it for free. Like, he should have just done the goal, but he discounted the goal. Wow. Like, that's kind of dumb, in my opinion. He should have just done the event that he wanted to do that month, because it's stupid. But he's not going to call that a grift, because he's going to say, well, actually, it's not. Because the only grift he's considering is, let's put on the vest. But it's not a grift because he actually put on a vest. Like, the money went to put on a vest. The money went to the vest streak. Like, he actually did what he said he was going to do with $100. Like, he's saying this so matter of fact. Yeah, I used to grift, but he doesn't know. Like, when you think more about what he did, and then if he's gonna be willing to accept that, it makes him look worse as a person. Like, come on.
You with Jeremy as a grifter, because that's how the internet works or works. That grift level is.
Wait, what?
Okay, I find it hard to have issue with Jeremy as a grifter, because that's how the internet works or works.
Oh my God, oh my God. See, this guy has no interest in being critical. Because the issue about, like, there's nothing wrong with Quarterman just having crowdfunding to go to a website. The issue became in the legitimacy into what he was crowdfunding. People were questioning, did the money really go into maintaining a website? Like, what did that pertain into running the website? Like, what went into it? Were there actual moderators for the site? Was it actual, like, site? Like, what did he do to invest in that with the money that was put into it, with the amount he was asking? That's what people were having issue with. Him constantly complaining and making the viewers' responsibility about the ad revenue. It's like, the viewer is not responsible for the ad revenue. Like, that's his responsibility. He doesn't have to portray that, all this stuff. Like, he watched all this and said, well, I don't know if you can call this a grift. It's a grift because people had question about the authenticity of what he was saying and the ongoing pattern. And to say, well, that's how the internet worked back then. No, it wasn't. People were calling this out even back then. He would have known because people called him out on that. There's so many people who called what he did not a real job. No one calls streaming a real job. And all of that's why you get all these people saying, I understand how lucky I am, and this and that. And to a point, yeah, people are very lucky if they make a career out of making videos for YouTube. But there are channels you can look and say, well, I see why they ask for money for support or whatever, or they have a merch store or whatever. Like, there's an ongoing drama now with Glitch Production, Glitch Studio, whatever, with indie animation. People are like complaining that they are having merch for a brand new show that they just launched. Like, oh, now they're selling merch. It's like, well, this is how they support this indie animation. Like, it goes into supporting the shows. That's how they get support for this. Like, you know, whatever. And yet now in the big 2-6, Doob, people are calling that out, even though it's like very reasonable why Glitch is selling merch for shows so that they can support the productions that they have. Like, these shows are not cheap to make. It's not like, oh, it costs $1 to make. But, like, come on.
That grift level is, that's how you get ahead. That's how you make a living. Okay?
And
really?
Then he's like, I don't know if I call it grift. It's the grift level. That's how you make ahead. Like, this is like saying, yeah, this guy scammed, but that's how he made a living. Okay, I don't care how he made a living. He scammed. Like, if I sold you this automaton for $1 million, and I sold it, and then when you do this, it doesn't make any noise, and it doesn't do anything, and you can't put batteries in it, you're gonna call me a scammer. But I'm like, this is how I make money. This is my livelihood. Are you gonna say, oh, yeah, you're right. That's your livelihood? Like, no, you're gonna be like, fuck you, man. eat bricks. But he's sitting there like, well, that's just how it is. Like that's that. And then he's like, why do people think I'm sweeping for Jeremy? Dude, you're saying it was just a career. Like, he's putting down, he's belittling the accusations or people's beef with Quarterman by saying, Well, guys, that's just how it is. What if I think he's a grifter because he doesn't believe in what he's saying? Because literally, he's a liar. He got so buttered about people saying, "Oh wow, you have a cuck lifestyle," and he got buttered because people didn't take him seriously. And all this stuff, he's like, "Well, this is how it is, man. Yeah, you harassed Brie Larson. Yes, I'm supposed to say that was good. Like, there are people like." Just because Brie Larson was a shitty actress in Captain Marvel, do you think it was worth making thousands of videos saying tantamount to that? Like, come on. And he's like, well, this is how it is. Like, fuck you, man.
Honestly, and it sucks, but that's just how it is. You know what I mean?
That is how it is.
It's hard to overlook and ignore, or it's hard to ignore the things that he says, his behavior when he drinks. And he's either posting on X or he's posting.
DSP is only ever criticizing, in reality, all the times that Quarterman said something sexual. That's it. Everything else, like, if you took that out of the documentary and you only focused on, like, his grift, he would say the Quarterman is being bullied or some bullshit. Like, it's so pathetic. You see, it's the Wings defense all over again. He watches this Wings documentary and says, well, see, Wings said he cared about getting this operation. He got the money. He either didn't do the operation or he didn't do the operation that he said he would. Whatever. People got annoyed by that and said he scammed them and all this stuff. Then he tried to do the fat camp. He didn't go to the fat camp or whatever. Left them all out to dry. Guess who DSP was more mad with? Not Wings. The people who were trying to get him to fat camp because he thought that they were exploiting him. Which, sure, you can think that, but at the same time, it's also shitty for Wings not to say, I'll do it, then back out last minute. Like, he couldn't even criticize Wings for that. Like, this is my issue. When he does these reacts, he does white knights when he doesn't need to. In weird ways. That is just, that kind of makes him look dumb.
On Reddit, or he's going ahead and, how can I say? He's going ahead and saying these heinous things about women. His own employees are wilding, help me on a live stream. I mean, how do you ignore all of that? If anything, that's the issue. Now that I've seen that, that would be the issue that I have with this guy. All right, straight up.
Only the sexual stuff.
That he grifted and he
not him lying and pretending to be someone else or making content that's insincere content that is just to make people angry or to make people continue frustration to not understand what's going on or whatever. Like, whatever. Again, if you can think whatever, but it's just, that's how it is.
He did this and he did that. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about any of the personal stuff behind the scenes with his family and any of that crap. But the behavior that repeats, that's just bad behavior on the internet, deviant behavior of acting that way towards women, talking about women that way, and it still happens, you know? That's what I think is really the thing that needs to change. The thing is, his audience already has no issue with his grift, even though other people might look at it and say that's bad. His audience is totally 100% okay with it. They're used.
That's true with almost everyone. There are people who will support, because again, it's all in the eyes of the people who are watching it. Like, there are people who are watching DSP, like people have dogged on, like, Darziak and other fans for continually watching DSP. Like, you could think whatever, but at the end of the day, like, there's nothing wrong with, like, I don't have a huge issue with people who support DSP, who give him money and all this stuff. I just think, like, at some point, like, you can say that DSP is exploiting them and this and that, like, that's fine. But, like, at the end of the day, people just watch streamers, they don't have this, and they may not have this parasocial relationship, and they just like, hey, I just like watching him play this, and I like watching him like talk about whatever. Like, that happens. And that happens with everyone. Like, there are people who like look at Christian like, you know, I feel bad for Christian. I don't want people to like exploit him, so I'm just going to like that's why you have like people who are like defending Christian, who try to like interfere with people who are trying to troll him or whatever. Like I don't remember what this group used to they call themselves. I don't really like follow it as much anymore, but like, you know, there are people who kind of care in that regard, because you can understand, like, yeah, this person got like misled by trolls to do a lot of like bad things. That's right on their best interest, to be fair. But like, you know, shit happens. There are people that will do that. There are people who will still watch RT. Oh my god, I don't know why I'm like struggling with that name. There are people who will still watch Hassan, Asmongold, whatever, because at the end of the day, they either will not believe, like, people may not believe what other people may say of someone, because they say, well, this clip is out of context. This clip does not show the full story. Actually, he was responding to a chatter when he said this. Oh, he was just doing a bit. He was just doing this. Like, you can't, like, that's why I say to people, it's like, you don't need to lose sleep over people who give DSP money. Like, if you do that, you're just gonna, like, just rip your hair and you're gonna look like a crazy person. Like, just dislike DSP and then laugh at the people who, like, fall for his dumb grift and whatever. Like, that's whatever. That's why, like, Darziak, like, that's why, like, with DSP exploiting Darziak, it's like, you don't have to necessarily, like, feel bad for Darziak and, like, oh, poor guy, or say, fuck Darziak, what a fucking idiot. But you're gonna sit there, it's like, of course Darziak is gonna, like, want to do work for him. And there's stuff that DSP says that I feel he knows will exploit him. Like, when DSP said, well, when DSP Throwback gets monetized, that's your money. You could be entitled to that. Like, normally someone say, hey man, like, you're uploading videos on that channel and you're doing this, like, and I want to, like, pay you for your work. I think I'm just gonna pay you, like, hourly on how long or whatever, or a flat rate, like, oh, I'm gonna pay you like $50 a video or whatever. Like, you know, you could talk like monetary and see and go from there. But he offloads bigly, like, oh, well, this channel, okay, Darzik, when this channel can be monetized, you can get money from it. Like, it just kind of makes it sound weird and kind of like a lot. Like, he's selling him the entire channel. Like, who would feel comfortable with that? Like, if I came to, like, guys, my channel is gonna be monetized, and let's say I'm a big YouTuber. Let's say, like, I make, like, a good amount of money. Let's say I make a good amount of money. I make Phil level money, right? And I tell you, yeah, the money I make on this channel, you can make it, man. I can give you the money for that channel. Are you gonna sit there like, yeah, man, wow? Or are you gonna be like, oh, like, I don't know, like, I feel you would feel kind of like pressured, and be like, I don't know, man. And then he's like, oh, okay, good. And then, like, the pressuring works, and then he's like, oh, okay, man, like, great. Because I feel if Darzik said yes, he would give him an amount, and then never show him the analytics, or see, or whatever, or say that yeah, Darzik, weird thing, yeah, the analytics say I made like $1 million, but I actually made like 100. I know, weird, right? Like, it's a YouTube glitch. This happens all the time, man. It's okay. It happens. Like, he would say shit like that, and Darzik would probably understand, because he takes for granted just how much lenience his own fans give him, and that's just the kind of scammer he is. And he's like, yeah, can you believe people still watch RTU? Like, yeah, because people may not care what detractors say about them, because they know that they may have a biased opinion. Like, you know, you could say all you will, like, look at the videos I'm watching. Yeah, see, DSP's an idiot. But the person who likes DSP, who doesn't get affected by DSP's bad actions, are probably gonna listen to Phil, because, yeah, there is this, not even an incentive necessarily. I mean, maybe for some, but there is a reason why some people may be more negative towards DSP. And yeah, like, you don't want to necessarily listen to someone that's saying, yeah, DSP's an idiot, fuck him, and take him at 100% fact. Just as much you don't really need to listen to Phil and listen to him for 100%. But these people can make their own decisions. That's why it's like, when people, like, try to say, Yeah, like when Darzak was like leaking the DMs and this and that, you could say, well, he's trying to be buddy with trolls. If Darzak genuinely felt slighted by DSP, it should not matter how trolls react to him. And trolls should not be sitting there like, yeah, man, Darzak's amazing. He's a detractor for real. And at the same time, people don't need to sit there and be like, fuck you, Darzak, you piece of shit. Like, Darziak, in his perspective, should just upload the DMs if he wanted to, and then move on with his life. He does not need to get validation from anybody. He does not need troll validation. He doesn't need Phil validation. All people need to go in life is get validation from themselves, dude, and the Kirby automaton.
Used to it. That's business as usual with Jeremy, so why would they have a problem that he's asking for more for the next project when that's just...
Again, he's acting as if people watch Jeremy's like, oh, dude, he's grifting. Yeah, I love the grift, guys. I love it. Like, no one watches these people and say, yeah, man, I love their grift. They're watching thing, I don't think that's true, or they don't think it's a big deal. Like, they could simply see the grift, like, well, he's saying this, like, it did go into this business, we don't know how much, I don't think it's a big deal, whatever. When people, like, dog on Jeremy for the coffee shit, for the website shit, these are just their opinions on why they think he's a grifter. Like, it's so stupid. This is a brain-dead take. It's insane. Listen to this.
100% okay with it. They're used to it. That's business as usual with Jeremy, so why would they have a problem that he's asking for more for the next project when that's just the operation, what did they call it, the modus operandi? That's how he's always operated.
Operandi.
So to them, it's not like a big deal that he's asking for that money. You know what I'm saying? But it's the behavior to the women that really irks me. Like that, you know, again, you can say a lot of things about me. You really can. About me being greedy, you know, over begging on streams, you know, spending money the wrong way, being irresponsible. In my past, saying hurtful things in my commentary with my the stuff that I said and did, being hypocritical from time.
Whoa, wait a minute.
On streams,
like,
you know, spending money the wrong way, being irresponsible. In my past, saying hurtful things in my commentary with my the stuff that I said.
With my what?
You know,
I don't know.
Over begging on streams.
I'm like extrapolating something,
you know,
from
spending
this.
money the wrong way, being irresponsible. In my past, saying hurtful things in my commentary with my the stuff that I said and did, being hypocritical from time to time. You can say all of those things, and they're all
like he. I may be extrapolating. This might be a Theo theory. This may be crazy. I almost think he wanted to say that he said hurtful things with his ex, but I'm making a big deal out of this because if you look back, there are multiple instances where DSP literally said, "Yeah, my ex was she would say things that would piss people off. She was a lot like whatever." Like he kind of said her person was all her, and all this stuff. But this is like the first time he almost slipped up and said with, as if it was both of them. And it's like that is kind of true because they were both doing shit that was annoying people. Panda Lee was saying shit that was like egging on his chat, like shitting on Kingdom Hearts, all this stuff, saying dumb shit. DS would either like kind of continue the bit a little bit, like with whatever, or just not say anything, or he would just yell at chat saying, "Oh, you're arguing with my girlfriend? Fuck you! I'm gonna put in sub only mode," and all this stuff. Like, you know, it's different, sure, but I don't know, but he could just be struggling to say that word too. I mean, again, it's just extrapolating a lot from nothing, to be honest. I'll call it out. It's a little speculative. It's a little conspiratorial. But this is a funny
all
slip
because
up,
of things
dude.
that I have done publicly, and they're perfectly valid, right? But at the end of the day, my goal is to be someone who, when I'm gone, I don't feel like I hurt the people of Earth. You know what I'm saying? Like I can leave behind a legacy of something that I did that was good, that people enjoyed, that wasn't just flavor of...
But the negative stuff is part of your legacy, though. Like, Okay, and this is stupid. Who talks like this about their content? Like, whatever. Okay.
The month garbage to make a buck.
Okay, there is something to be said about this too when you think about it. Like, everyone that makes videos, they're either very like self-deprecating. Like, again, you don't have to sit, and that's not to say that you just sit there and say, yeah, my videos suck ass or whatever. You can be proud of your own work, but I don't think people are gonna have this big of a head of like, yeah, man, the content I make, I think it's gonna make people like wanna like jerk it. Yeah, I think people are gonna look at my content and get like a high off it. They're gonna have a meaningful legacy. I don't think they would have that level of pride with their own work. Like, it's one thing to be like, yeah, I'm happy with what I made, and it's another to be like, yeah, the stuff I made, I think it's gonna make a positive impact on life. It didn't hurt people. What if it did? What did I say? This is hurting me right now.
But instead something that's meaningful. Okay? I don't want to step on others to get ahead. I don't want to hurt others to get ahead. And I certainly don't want to have a history of this kind of like abusive behavior where people were like scared. You know what I'm saying?
He said this, but what about the Street Fighter stuff? Again, he hyped up his own documentary. Guys, wait until you see what I did in the Street Fighter community. I was so evil and stupid. And now he's like, oh yeah, man, I'm amazing.
And watching that documentary, I feel like there's people who've been involved with this guy who are kind of scared of his behavior or scared of, I don't know. What? Who knows? Again, this is all speculation. It's all just based on what was presented to me.
Scared of his...
It's not based on fact. Literally everything that happened in that period of, I don't know. Who knows? Again, this is...
Wait, what?
Saying? And watching that documentary, I feel like there's people who've been involved with this guy who are kind of scared of his behavior or scared
what?
Of, I don't know. Who knows? Again, this is all speculation.
Oh my god, dude.
It's all just based on what was presented to me. It's not based on fact. Literally everything that happened in that documentary could have been a lie. I don't know. And I'm not vetting the information.
I think he's scared. He talks about how other people are scared. I don't know what he means by that. I guess he means like Melanie Mac is scared for her life every time she talks about quartering, I guess. I guess, but do they live in the same like state? Are they next door neighbors? Like, I don't know. And I feel like Melanie Mac is like a very public figure that I think if anything were to happen to Melanie Mac, people were gonna like kind of figure something out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
information. I'm taking it at face value based on June the King's track record of doing a good job. I can tell you in my documentary, it's probably 95% completely accurate, and probably the other 5% he wasn't completely accurate was close. Okay? So based off of that, yeah, I would say he's probably right on most of this. And at least I would say, like, thankfully, I don't have these kind of skeletons in my closet. You know what I'm saying?
You have the same skeletons.
I never.
The only skeletons that DSP didn't have is you don't know what he gets off to. and he didn't tell us a poop story or anything like that. Even though he actually did have a poop story, to be honest. But it's kind of stolen from South Park and Dumb and Dumber. Like it's very media-based stories.
Treated people badly, treated women badly,
This is not true. Technically, it's not true. If you listen to the Rambo and Howard video, then you watch his react of it, you can kind of feel like DSP was a shitty person. Because Howard had all these issues with DSP and whatever. DSP belittled and dismissed every concern from Howard by just saying we weren't friends. And again, what kind of defense is that? This dude, like, even in how Howard perceived their entire relationship as they were friends. That's how Howard viewed it, which is why he's upset. And all these says, we weren't friends, Howard. Why are you mad? Why are you mad that I asked for the thing back that you fixed and you enjoyed? I just asked for it back. We weren't friends. Why are you mad about shirts? Why are you mad about this? Like, it's like these are not defenses, and it makes him look like a shitty person. And this is what he said in, like, recently. Not super recently, but you know what I mean. Like, he said this, like, 5 years ago or whatever the fuck. Like, when he was on Twitch, he kept dismissing, and this guy's like, yeah, well, I don't have a problem with Quarterman's grift, but the way he treated people is kind of fucked up. How did you treat Howard? He dismissed Howard, said Howard had no right to be upset, and then in the same fucking react, this guy said, yeah, I was moving away, and yeah, Howard wanted to spend time with his girlfriend. Well, I'm gonna let that happen. I want him to feel bad. I guilt tripped him the fuck to show up. And that's what he said. He said he purposely made it so that Howard had to show up. And guilt tripped him because he didn't want to show up at all. And that to me is like, I didn't think about this thing. That's kind of fucked up for a guy who's like, I'm not friends with this guy. We're not friends, Howard. So you wanted a person you didn't view as a friend to show up on the last day you were there. Like, but you're a nice guy. And then he's like, oh, why do people call me a grifter? And then he lied for 7 years about WWE champions, and then said, yeah, I played it, and I sold it, and then gets mad when people don't believe the story day one after he admits for lying for 7 years. But this guy is like, well, at least I don't have any skeletons like he does. You have the same skeletons. You just don't have, but he has slightly more in his closet. And instead of having all of them, you only have like a few less than him. Like, get out of here.
It's dumb shit. Yes, friendships and stuff in the past that I did poorly with, but nothing to that level where you can say, by the way, here's the insane amount of things that Phil said on stream that were so heinous and shit that he just kept doing and he never learned from. Thankfully, I grew up and I learned from it. That's why.
He didn't. He manipulated. He still manipulates his audience. It will never stop. It will never stop with Darziak. Because these poor people are stuck thinking that these people will never hurt them. I mean, literally these people never hurt them physically or whatever, but he will always take them for granted. All the time. All the time. He doesn't care. That's why when he does these polls, he's so flippant about if he should listen to the poll or if he shouldn't. He doesn't care. Nothing matters. He takes them all for granted. All the time.
That's why when you guys say, hey, will you go back to that kind of old commentary you used to do? I say, he's got a lot of things he's got to basically deal with. I think, I don't know if it's drinking, if it's...
The people asking him to go back to his old commentary, I think, are doing two things. Either trolling, obviously. They're LARPing. Oh, we love the old commentary, Phil. Or they're just saying it because his new commentary is so garbage that it's like anything is better. Like, let's see his commentary today. Let's just tune in.
Light here on DSP Gaming. We've completed the intro. And now it appears like we're going to be doing some tutorial stuff, probably learning how to fight, control the character. My controller is actually vibrating. I don't know why, because nothing is happening. Like, the controller is vibrating right now, but... Oh, now it's not. Now it is. This is so weird.
What great commentary.
This is the Steam controller, for the record, and it's vibrating right now, and I don't know why, because nothing's happening to Bond. I don't know what's going on.
Whoa.
If it's exhaustion, if it's both,
vibrating.
But he's got to stop doing that behavior on the internet. It's not gonna do him any favors, and he's not gonna improve or get any better or see any kind of growth when he keeps behaving like that on the internet. Like, literally, this whole thing going on right now with Kino Casino is a direct result of him losing his cool, and instead of saying, don't engage, taking the bait and engaging, and then pushing it further and pushing it further and pushing it further and push. You can't. You got to disengage. You got to walk away. You got to do your own thing. Even if it means that you end up being the whipping boy of the internet for a year straight, you take your licks and...
This is stupid. This is so stupid. Like, again, you don't know what they're saying. Like, they could be saying stuff that is genuinely, like, hurtful, right? Like, let's say that, like, because let's say that someone said, like this says some fucked up shit about DSP and Cat. You think DSP is not going to say anything about it? Like, I don't know.
And it's going to calm down. But doing what he did literally made him public enemy #1. And now, who knows what's going to... I know, people have been telling me all week, Aren't you aware that more stuff has been happening? No. I've been focused on this. I just want to get through this. I don't even want to know about anything else happening. Like, I'm exhausted. I've been reacting to this all week. I'm so exhausted by reacting to it. I don't even care what's going on right now.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't even want to know.
The video's
tomorrow, if you were
over.
to tell me, did you hear what just happened? I don't want to know. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
I've had enough. Like I said, the secondhand embarrassment is so strong going through this stuff that I just don't, I can't stand it. You know,
but you
and
watch
people
the
say, will you
whole
do another
video.
react? I would like to, but not right away. I need a break.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
gonna be a monthly react. It's gonna be like once a month, and then it's gonna be either before or after a 2-day off. Kind of like his marathons. Again, this is gonna replace the marathons. This is replacing the marathons, guys, because he ran out of ideas and he has nothing else to do. So all he has to, this is all he got now.
I gotta go hit the bench for a while and cool down from this crap before we get into another one. You know what I mean? It's just nuts. So I want to say thank you to everyone who was here
drama? Why does
over the course of this react. All right. Okay, there's one lingering question that remains. I have a couple shout-outs to do. One lingering question. How did the Kino Casino channels get taken down? Okay? Because
oh my God.
that Clips channel
and kidding me?
Andy's channel are not owned by the same person. And they weren't ban evading because neither of them were banned, so how could it be ban evasion? How did they both get flagged for ban evasion and both get taken down at
Because he had it in contact. They said it in the video, and you can kind of deduce that is probably what happened. But that fucking photo is fucking creepy as fuck. Look at that fucking Davoom photo. Oh my God, he looks like a predator. Oh my God, dude.
Exactly the same time. Okay? That remains the question. That actually remains the
By the way, he's not laughing. So he does the boomer thing where he takes a picture and then he tells AI to make him smile. He can't smile. He can't smile in his own fucking photos. He has to ask AI to do it for him. Because I assume he took that picture and then fed it to Grok or whatever the fuck. So he had to tell Grok to make him smile. He can't smile on his own. Because the only ones he can do is like creepy faces. That's the only smile he can do apparently. Look at the one photo of him like with a giant Pokeball on the ground. I think it was his Twitch profile pic for a while. That's the only smiles he can do.
The big mystery that I don't think we have any answers to. It's actually quite freaking confusing. What's going on in that regard? Like seriously, I don't get it. I don't understand how that happened.
I don't understand.
Because it seems to go completely against all of the rules of YouTube that I'm aware of. However, without going much further into detail about it, I would like to tell you guys something very quickly. It's already happened again.
Oh, it happened again? What happened?
I know it for a fact. It's already happened again.
Whoa, what
happened?
happened?
There is something going on with YouTube that people are abusing. They're not. The Kino Casino is the highest profile people who have been hit with this, having multiple channels shut down for ban evasion. But they're not the only ones.
What?
But that's all I'm going to say because that's all I'm at liberty to say right now.
Oh my God! What do you mean?
It actually seems to be happening. You know what I'm saying?
But again, if this is a known thing that's happening already, then wouldn't we already know? But that thing is talking about like how YouTube is determining ban evasion because let's say that my account's banned and I show up in another person's video, they may say, "Oh, see, Theo's ban evading. He's done this other video on this other channel." That might be what he's talking about because I think that happened to a few people, but he doesn't want to say it because DSP has like multiple channels too, dude.
Saying. So. I don't know what's going to happen.
Too,
all right.
So it's
I have a couple of shout outs to do.
Okay, I think that's it. That's where I'm going to end it. Let's do a vibe check on the Bond stream.
Third and he left. They were destroyed him. He's dead.
Wow, what great commentary.
Give me 100.
100. 200.
Okay, what is the total? What's the total?
Get to the flag. You know the drill.
$58. Uh-oh.
For the love of God, isn't that enough misery for one night?
Alright, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see ya in the next one. Bye.